It's cold outside. It's that time of year to be booed up. Some baby making weather. Is it cold where y'all stay? Because it's cold here. And I moved to the south for a reason. It's cuffing season. If you want to know how to survive the cuffing season with or without your boo, then just keep watching. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So yes, it is cuffing season. Cuffing season. I don't even know who came up with that word, but it's cuffing season. In other words, for us grown people, it's time to be in the house, snuggled up, all toasty and warm with your boo, with your wife, with your husband, with your significant other, with your side piece. So how do you survive cuffing season if you don't have none of the above? You single as hell and it's cuffing season. All your friends in the house hibernating with their little thing and you're single. How do you survive cuffing season without feeling rejected, isolated, lonely, all those things? I mean, we're human. You're going to have moments of loneliness. So I'm going to tell you how I survived these seasons when I was single. I spent many years being single, many years being single. And so that was a lot of winters alone. How did I survive? I was happy. I can't say that originally when my relationship ended that I was happy, because we all go through the breakup blues. But as I collected myself and gathered myself and got myself together, I was happy. I didn't have issues with being single. I didn't have issues with being the designated babysitter. I didn't have issues with that, but it was a process. I did not just get up one day and was like, hey, I'm single, I'm single. Ooh, ooh. No, it didn't happen like that. There was no parade or nothing like that. I had to learn how to enjoy being alone. I had to learn how to enjoy being alone. I had to learn how to enjoy my own company. Because one thing is for certain, if you are looking to another person to make you happy, you will always be unhappy. Because your happiness will be determined by that person and what they do. And people are fickle. They have their own emotions, their own mind, their own thought processes. And if you are dependent on a person to keep you happy, you are already on the wrong foot. How do I encourage my subscribers that are single and it's that time of the year? You have to find things that you love to do, things that make you happy, and not focus on, oh, she got a boo, oh, he with her, all that other extra outside stuff. Because when you don't focus on you and you put your focus on what other people are doing or what other people have, then you will always be unhappy. You have to be grateful for your now. I always say, or recently I have been saying, it's a revelation that was truly given to me by God: embrace the now. Because it is a process. Will you forever be single? I don't know. I doubt it, but I don't know. I'm not God. I can't say that. But you have to embrace the now. Enjoy the now, because the day is coming when you may be in a relationship, you may be married or domestic partnership or whatever, and baby, it is not easy. Cohabitation, marriage, children, family is not easy. People look at people who are in relationships and they envy what they have, not realizing the struggles. You see what we put out. You see what we allow you to see, but you don't see the struggles that is necessary to keep your relationship together. It's not easy. You have to embrace the now and enjoy where you are on the way to where you're going. You cannot be so consumed with, I'm alone, I don't have nobody. You have you. You have family, you have friends, you have you. Fall in love with you. The best thing I've ever learned in my life was to love me. My grandma used to tell me, if I drop you on an island and there are no people around, you still got to be Tamika. Enjoy you. There is a lot of things that you can do. I've been seeing the little, what do you call it, the memes or whatever going around on social media about it's cuffing season, taking cuddle buddy applications and all. And it's cute and it's fun and it's funny. But there are a lot of people who struggle, who fight depression during these times of year because they feel like they are alone, because there's not someone attached to their hip. That's being codependent. That when you're in a relationship, you don't want to be in a codependent relationship, because that's not healthy. You want to be in an interdependent relationship, meaning I bring my 100%, you bring your 100%, and together we somehow figure out how to make it work. You have to get busy. Now, if you live in the South, it's a little bit easier to be active and to be out and to be busy doing things. But if you from home, where I'm from, my home from Michigan, in Detroit, baby, the winters are harsh. I didn't go outside. Ain't nobody, girl, no, I'm not going outside. I'm not getting in my car and letting it warm up for 45 minutes and all this other stuff. No, I did things to keep me happy. TV programs, whatever, YouTube and makeup and whatever. Even when I moved to the South, and I've been here for about 8-9 years now, I think. Yeah, I got a hair somewhere. I spent a couple of years alone. No family here. I had friends here, but they were busy. They were in relationships. I was by myself. My daughter was in Michigan in college. I was alone. And I had to find a way to be happy. Now, granted, I was busy. I was in school. I was working. But for me, the hardest part of the cuffing season was weekends. That's your downtime. Everything is still. There's no hustle and bustle of the week or anything going on. And so my hardest time was holidays and weekends. But I had to get to a place where I'm good. I'm good with me. I don't need nobody attached to my hip. Do you want to be in a relationship? Yes, you're human. You're human. Even God needed people. He needed angels. He said, let us. And there were the angels. So you have the natural instinct to want to be in a relationship and to be connected to other people. But to be connected to other people doesn't necessarily mean a romantic relationship. You can be connected to other people in a lot of ways. You have your family, you have your friends, you have many avenues that you can take to be connected to other people without having to deal with the isolation that some people feel during these seasons, during the holiday seasons and the winter seasons, all from now all the way up to February, because you got to go through Valentine's Day. it can be a challenge for people emotionally and mentally to make it through these seasons, especially if they have just gone through a breakup or they've been alone for a little while and they're struggling to find their footing in their single life. So I would encourage you to get busy. Put you first. People tell us, oh, if you put you first, you're selfish. No. The smart person knows that they should be number one. God, then them should be number one. Because if you spend all of your time pouring into people, and you never take time to replenish yourself, you end up empty. And then when that person comes along that may be for you, you're so empty and you're so worn and you're so depleted, you are not even fit to be in a relationship because you've emptied yourself and you haven't poured into yourself. When you're dealing with people and this season and relationships, you can be vulnerable. And when it comes to dating men, men are keen. They have a keen sense. They can sense your vulnerability. They can sense, oh, she ain't feeling the best about herself. Oh, she feeling down about herself. And they will use that against you. They will use that to prey upon your vulnerabilities, and you'll think, oh, I got me a boo for cuffing season. No, he trying to get him some. He trying to have some regular cooch outside of the cooch he already got. And so you just really a side piece and you not boo. You have to be in tune with yourself and secure in yourself. When you're dealing with women, they can sense it. They can sense it. Men, they can sense it, and they will. Women, we try to make it seem like, oh, we're pristine angels. No. Women can be manipulative and they will use you. If you lay down, men, they will walk all over you. Get yourself together. Enjoy yourself. Enjoy your being alone and getting know you. Sometimes we spend all our life with people. I am a firm believer in being alone. Because when you're alone, you get to know who you are. But if you're bouncing from relationship to relationship to relationship, person to person to person, you never get to know who you are separate from people. You're always going to have people in your life, family and friends, but I'm talking about relationships. When you are from relationship to relationship to relationship, you never get to know who you are as a person. What do I want? What do I need? Where do I want to go? What kind of relationship do I want? What do I bring to my relationship? These are things that you need to know. So then when these cuffing seasons come and these people come to you, or when it comes time for you to get in a relationship, you know, this is what I bring to the table. This is what I want. This is what I need. And you won't settle for any old thing. When you don't know what you want and you don't know who you are, you will take anything and anybody. Spend time alone. Don't look at this period in time as something to be depressed about. Look at it as I get to discover me. We are ever-changing creatures. We evolve. Our thought processes change. Our desires change. Our wants change. Hell, life change. I'm the poster child for life will change and throw you for a curve. But if you are in tune with you, when life throws you for a curve, even though it might sway you a little bit, it ain't gonna knock you down because you know I can do this. I know what's in me. But when you don't know, it is a hair. When you don't know what's in you because you haven't given yourself that time to be alone and to discover you, then you put yourself at a disadvantage. You're on an uneven playing field. Because here come Raekwon, who can see you vulnerable and who can see, y'all is a hair, who can see that you're vulnerable and can see that you don't know who you are. And you are prime pickings. Baby, you are fresh meat. Raekwon is going to come in. He going to turn your little world upside down. Or you don't know who you are, and here come Keisha. Keisha gonna manipulate the hell out of you. She gonna manipulate you out your money, your drawers, your car keys, your lease on your house, and everything else. Enjoy being with you. Don't let these seasons or these periods of time make you do things that will eventually be a deficit to you. No rebound love. If you just broke up, don't just jump into another situation with somebody just for the sake of having somebody because everybody else is in the house boo up. Don't. Rebound love will fuck you up. I've been there. When you do rebound love, you not only take yourself down, but you taking another innocent person down with you. No, rebound love does not work because you are running from your hurt. You are running from the breakup. Instead of facing that thing and healing from it, you run to the next person. Rebound love will bring you to your knees quicker than any breakup because you're already hurt from a breakup. Now you jump into this situation with this next person because you running from the hurt. I don't want to be alone. What is it about being alone that's so terrifying? I don't understand. What is it about being alone that is so terrifying? For me, I was alone with myself. I could hear me. And I didn't know her. That's what terrified me about being alone. Who the hell are you? I'm used to being with my boo thing. I've been with this nigga for 7 years. And this dude done disappeared on Thanksgiving weekend. I got homicidal tendencies. But it hurt me. But it gave me the opportunity to be with me. I was in my house, all them rooms by myself, nobody around. My daughter was a teenager and psychotic, you know what I'm saying? But I was, for the most part, I was alone. And when I came down off of that emotional high and I got my emotions together, it was the greatest blessing of my life. Even though it hurt me, child, I almost went to jail. Even though it hurt, greatest blessing of my life because it gave me an opportunity to discover who I was, at the core of my being. And because of that, I am where I am today. And even though life is not rosy and everything ain't wonderful and perfect, I'm able to endure and I'm able to survive because I know who I am and I know what's in me and I know how to survive alone if I have to. Am I alone now? No. I've been in a relationship for 5 years and it's wonderful. Is it easy? Hell to the no. But I'm able to be in my relationship and I'm able to be healthy and I'm able to be whole and bring that healthiness and wholeness to my relationship because I had that moment in time alone. I had that time to discover me and embrace me and to fall in love with me. If I can leave you with nothing else in this video, I encourage you to fall in love with who you are. Fall in love with who you were created to be. Fall in love with all the wonderful things that are inside of you. Be complete in you. Stop looking to other people for validation, whether it's your family, friends, lovers, co-workers, your job. You have to be solid in you. Forget all the external things, all of the things outside of you. You've got to be solid in you, because those things outside of you can be gone. Your husband, your wife, your boo can die, can leave you, can, get sick, and they can't perform and function like they used to. And you are still left with you. Your children are going to get grown. They're going to go off and go on to their own lives. One of my daughters just graduated and is going into her profession. My other daughter is getting married and is traumatizing me every day. And I have one left. My son passed away. You've got to be able to be content and happy with you. Love you. Love who you are. Love who you were created to be. Love what you were put on this earth for. I can be in the house alone. I'm a loner. Even though I'm not an only child, I am the baby girl of all my siblings. Everybody is like 15 plus years older than me. I was not raised alone. My siblings were gone, but my cousins were there, and we were raised together. But I'm still a loner, and even in that situation, I was the oldest then. When my sister and brother left, I was the oldest of my cousins. But it wasn't until I got to be an adult, and I'm talking late 20s, that I discovered the blessing and the benefit of me. It took heartache. It took failed relationships. It took illnesses. It took disappointments. It took mistakes. It took a lot of things to get me to the point where I could embrace and love me. When I see young women hopping from relationship to relationship, from person to person, it breaks my heart, because I know that dance, and I know where that dance leads you. You waste so much time hopping from person to person to person, where if somebody would have told me in my early 20s, which my grandmother did tell me, but you know how you get, your hormones start raging, and you gotta have this and you gotta have that, and you think your parents don't know nothing, and you discover when you get in your late 30s, like me, like, they were freaking geniuses. Oh my God, I should have wrote down everything they said, but when I see young women bouncing from person to person to person to person, it's like you're seeking something that is inside of you. It's not in him, it's not in her, it's not in your job, it's not in your degree. Because guess what? I had all those things. I still have nobody can take my education away from me, but it ain't doing a doggone thing for me right now. So what? I have this education and all these years of experience as a teacher and classroom management and all this other stuff, and then I get hurt, and then I get sick. And then I get sicker. That degree is a piece of paper. My knowledge is in my brain, and it's a part of who I am, and I'm proud of my accomplishment, but it doesn't make me who I am. It is just something that I accomplished. And that's how you have to look at your relationships and your interactions with people. This doesn't make me who I am. It may add an element of happiness to my life, but I'm happy alone. I'm secure in me. When I say alone, I don't mean be in your house isolated. You don't talk to nobody. You don't text nobody. You just sitting in a corner with mothballs and spider webs growing all over you. No, you have a life. You have friends. You have things that you do. I'm talking about when you are looking for love and you're bouncing around because you don't know how to be single and you don't know how to be alone. There is a benefit to being single. And if you would just take the time to sit still long enough to hear you, you will find the value in you, and you will be whole, and you will be complete, and you will be ready for love, and you will recognize love. Because when you bouncing around and you're not whole and complete in you, you can't recognize love. You don't know love when you love and lust look a lot alike. They paternal twins. They look alike. But when you're whole and you're complete in you, baby, you could see love coming a mile away, and you could see lust coming from 5 miles away. And you know, I know what you about. I'm good. I'm good. You horny? You better go get you a toy and do what you gotta do, or watch a porno or whatever. Don't let your emotions and your hormones put you in a position that will alter the very course of your life. Some people have gotten into relationships and has literally changed their lives, and not for the better. Embrace the now. Don't let cuffing season make you make a decision that can alter the very course of your life. Don't let this season of holidays and winter and fireplaces and cocoa and movies and blankets derail your whole life. Find the value in you and embrace the now. Thanks for watching, guys. Before you leave, remember to subscribe. You hear that train? You know what? That really pisses me off. Subscribe, rate, comment, share my video, and as always, be amazing. Bye.